The round of 8 starts this weekend, and it starts in Las Vegas, a destination you bet, especially if you love mile-and-a-half D-shaped ovals. William Byron did in the early race this year. He dominated. But what about non-playoff drivers? Well, there could be someone who rises at Vegas. Hey everyone, I have pulled us away from the virtual Golden Nugget just long enough to talk about racing in Las Vegas with the Cup Series. I'm Dave Burns along with Kyle Petty and Nate Ryan, and we're going to talk about this track and who has the best shot this weekend. Nate, in the spring, we saw William Byron pretty much take it into his own hands here. So I guess I'll put it this way to you. How about William Byron or the other rest of the field of 7 drivers in the round of 8? Byron or the field there, Nate?
Yeah, I know it's crazy, especially being in Vegas, to pick one guy over 7 other drivers, several of whom could win this race. But I think I'd be picking William Byron, Dave, because as you mentioned, not just the fact that he won there, as we see here earlier this year in March at Las Vegas Motor Speedway, but he's got multiple wins at mile-and-a-half tracks this season, which no other driver can claim this year in the Cup Series. So just the numbers tell me that if I was a betting man in Vegas this weekend, my money would be on William Byron.
Yeah, listen, I have to agree with that. And if it's William Byron, he rolls doubles. He wins both of them out there. The spring race and this race. If I have to look at someone else, I'm gonna go Tyler Reddick, because I think Tyler Reddick just has a way on a mile-and-a-half racetrack of finding a sweet spot, finding a place a little higher, a little lower, in the middle of the racetrack where no one will run. And this is a momentum track. And I think he has a way of his history as a driver and the cars he drove coming up through the series, whether it be sprint cars or midgets or trucks or Xfinity cars, doesn't make any difference. He understands car momentum and how to make a car rotate in the middle of the corner. So I think that's important out there. So he would be my other guy that I'm watching Tyler. I would put some money on Tyler.
But you picked Byron over the field, so same as Nate. So that leaves me with the field, okay? I'll take the field of the other 7 over Byron. And Kyle, you alluded to one, Reddick right there, the Toyotas. I think they've got some real strength there, especially on this mile-and-a-half track. You've got Truex, who hasn't quite shown up yet, but is the regular season champion. You've got Denny, who knows how to race the mile-and-a-halves as well. You've got Christopher Bell. So with that potent JGR combination, I am taking the field. We shall see who was correct here. The other thing that we want to talk about here, and I'll start, is how about the non-playoff drivers? Okay, we whittled it down from 16 to 12, now to 8. There are some really good cars out there who might want to have a little upset this weekend, maybe roll the dice and go for victory lane here at Vegas. And I'm going to take the hometown boy, Kyle Busch. I just feel like after what he's done with RCR this year, they've had some things that haven't gone their way, and his determination to drive this car the way it needs to be driven, it might take him to victory lane this weekend. So for me, a non-playoff driver in the spotlight this weekend is going to be Kyle Busch. What about you, KP?
For me, it's Ross Chastain. You mentioned it in the opening, a mile-and-a-half D-shaped oval. That's the last time Ross showed up really at Nashville. But I think this is that type of racetrack. And I think this racetrack, the speeds that the Chevys have had, the way Ross likes a car to feel, I think this is right in that wheelhouse. So for the non-contenders, as far as for the championship, if I step outside that round of 8, I'm going to go with Ross Chastain.
I think Vegas sets up really well for Bubba Wallace. He was 4th there in March. Certainly he could have won the most recent mile-and-a-half race at Texas in the round of 12. I think he's still kicking himself a little bit for that one. And then I think that this has been such a breakthrough season for Bubba, and that he made the playoffs, he made the round of 12, but I think he really wants that victory to cement it, to validate that this really was his best season of his racing career. So I think he's very motivated. I think that team and that car has certainly shown the speed at this style of racetrack to win. So I think Bubba Wallace be my pick of a non-playoff driver in terms of playoff drivers who've been eliminated for a round of 8 winner at Las Vegas.
Should be fun to watch. It'll be this Sunday on NBC Las Vegas, the first race in the round of 8. That'll be 2 p.m. Eastern on NBC. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for watching NASCAR America Motormouths, presented by Toyota.
Hi, I'm Parker Kligerman. For more access like this from Pit Road, be sure to click and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel.